An introduction to your new best friend, Mr. Scantron. Here we have a Google form that was multiple choice that I just printed out. My little example is just a little 4-question dude. But easy to make a class set, and then your next step is to make a key. Now, Scantron has 50 questions available, or there are larger 100 question test things. Just a second, I'm reaching, sorry. Which look like this. You can just fill out one side, so if it doesn't have to be 50 questions. This answer key goes up to 50, this answer key goes up to 100. So when you make your key, all you need to do is mark that it's a key, and then the Scantron machine has a little placard which will tell you what these bubbles mean. For example, this one tells the Scantron to print out the percentage at the end, and this bubble filled in tells the Scantron machine to put the correct answer to print it on the side. Now, if you do have enough questions that you're going to need the back side, you do also need to mark on the back side that this is a key so the machine doesn't get confused. Now, you might also want to do an item analysis. So if you want, you can be extra and use one of these red item analysis forms for a up to 50 question final. If you have a larger final, your item analysis form looks like this. And it is numbered so it tells you when to put it through the machine. So when you're coming up to use the Scantron, this is the placard I was talking about before. It tells you what to fill out and what it will do. And then it also reminds you to do both sides if you're doing two-sided. So we're going to turn it on, and it's going to beep and be super friendly because we love him. And all you have to do is you take your key first, and if you see at the bottom there's an arrow, and it tells you to feed it in the machine in that direction. So if it's one-sided, you just stick it here, and it'll grab it, just gently place, and it will print on the key. For example, this only has 4 questions, so obviously my key is correct, so 4 correct, 100%. If I had a longer one, I would run it through this way, flip it, and then follow the arrow on the back and run the back through at the same time. If I'm scoring actual student work, then I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the key. If I have numerous students, like a whole class, if it was just the front, I would go ahead and feed them all through. It's very, very quick. If it's a two-sided, then you're going to do student front, flip it, student back, and then do student number 2. And they'll all just gather in there, and you can leave them there till you're done. If you have an item analysis, once you're done with doing the entire grade, or for example, if you're grading all of, I don't know, Spanish 2 at the same time and you have 2 hours of it, you can do that all together and then run your item analysis through. This also tells you what direction to go, and you just let it do its thing, and it tells you on this that there was 1 form scored, they got a 50%, and that they got number 1 correct, 100% got number 2 wrong because that one student did. Number 3, there were 0 incorrect, and number 4, 100% of the students were incorrect. So I would know next year to go back and reteach and double check on these 2 items.